I just wanted to come in and say this week, instead of having the glucose test, I'm going to do 2 of the throwback videos, and then next week we'll have glucose. I've been taking care of myself, so I know that's most important now. I exercised this morning. I went out I did about an hour. I did 2 miles. So it was about 58 minutes or so. I did 2 miles of walking. Then I did the yoga. So I'm definitely like pushing, taking care of myself. Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. What's up, fertility fam? We gotta do what? Let's get those babies, ladies. Drops fall and the beauty of it all. What's up, fertility fam? How are you? Today is the 25th of June. You'll be seeing this on the 26th, but I wanted to pop in. It's actually one of the throwback videos, but I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory on it. It's from April 15th, and I won't ruin that video for you, but I just wanted to come in and say this week, instead of having the glucose test, I'm going to do 2 of the throwback videos, and then next week we'll have glucose. When you're watching this, my meds are coming, so I'll film that tomorrow night, and then you'll have that the week after that. So I just want to give you an update. I am on cycle day 7. I'm going to start my ovulation testing on cycle day 10. That's what they've instructed me to do at the RE office, and continue testing until I detect ovulation. I'm temping as well, so I'll be able to confirm it, and then I have to call them, and then 7 days after that I will be starting my estradiol, omnitrope, and tetratype. There's a whole story about the omnitrope, but I'm not going to spoil it. I want to keep this video short. I'm just coming on to explain what's going on. Thank you for all your well wishes. Congratulations to Shell TT Bella on your BFP. I think that's the last BFP that I saw since my last video. So if anyone else has a BFP, let me know down below. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also sending baby dust out to Tonya of Tonya and Aunt. She is in her 2-week wait. I just watched her video yesterday. So baby dust to you, sis. All right, enjoy the video, folks. Bye. Hey fam, how are you? It is the 15th of April. It's tax day. Hope you did your taxes or filed an extension like I did. I am at the doctor's office. Oh, look. Hey. And I'm getting my echocardiogram today. They just did another EKG. I'm waiting on the doctor to come in. And for some reason, I forgot that I was doing this today. Otherwise, I would have vlogged earlier. But we'll see how it goes. All right, fam. I'm leaving. They did EKG. They did not do the echo because the person who was doing the echo, the tech, had to leave at 4:30. So coming back tomorrow. This will be continued then, and we'll talk about what happened. All right, bye. I know, I said I was gonna close out because I have to go back to the cardiologist, but then I was like, I'm going to yoga. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of yoga, which was really nice. So Kundalini Yoga is one of the, well, all of yoga works with your hormones, right? It works with your like hormones and your system and your chakra. Kundalini specifically focuses on a lot of hormones, reproductive hormones, all the hormones, the pituitary gland, And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. There are certain things like that he said for us not to do if we were pregnant or on our period. I've not ever been in another yoga class or any other style of yoga where they said that. So it is interesting. And tonight we worked on prosperity, and he defined prosperity as what was it, being your greatest self. And so like pushing yourself to be your greatest self. Today, and you guys are going to see this on delay, but is when the church at Notre Dame was on fire. He said it was a terrorist attack. When I left work at like 5:30, we hadn't called it a terrorist attack. I work at a media company. We had said it was possibly terrorist, possibly related to construction because there was all the scaffolding around the top. At any rate, he equated it to like 9/11 here in New York and fearfulness. And so he designed, or he created our class just for that based on what was going on in the world. It was a substitute teacher. It was normally Sat Jivan, who you guys don't know, but he's one of the founders of Kundalini Yoga East here in New York. And so he was planning our lesson plan anyway, and then all of this stuff happened, and so he kind of focused it on that. There was a lot of thrust, there was a lot of opening, like hip stuff, root sex organ, like basically he said it. We cleared all 7 chakras, and so it felt pretty good. So I haven't actually looked at the footage. Hopefully I got something for you guys to see. I'm sure I got at least in the dressing room where I had the covering on. So normally the women wear a covering over their head. Well, the men too, but it's a white covering. Typically in Kundalini you wear all white. I'll put like a little blurb if I remember in here. So actually, let me just explain it. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So I wanted to make sure I explained it right while we're here talking about Kundalini Yoga. So there's a couple of things that happen. I'm sure you noticed the white covering in the dressing room. So why are head coverings or turbans worn in Kundalini Yoga? So during Kundalini Yoga, covering the head with a non-static natural cloth, covering the head with a non-static natural cloth like cotton or satin, and the hair up is recommended. The idea is to move the energy upwards and keep it in the body rather than allowing it to leave through the head or crown center. It's not required. It's the same as like, you know, in the winter when you put on a hat so your heat stays in, it's kind of like that, except it's your energy. So you put the covering on your head so that your energy is staying with you. And then also, so why do we wear white in Kundalini Yoga? The color white expands the aura by 18 inches, protects from negative projections, deflects negativity, helps lift depression, uplift mood, and teaches one to be more graceful in one's environment by heightening awareness of one's surrounding. And says Yogi Bhajan, and Yogi Bhajan is the one who created Kundalini Yoga. Says all the colors are in the white light. You can absorb from the white light just the frequencies you need regardless of who you are, because all the frequencies are in it, in the white light, right? We know that white has all of the colors in it. It is recommended to wear white while practicing Kundalini to achieve better results, but it is not required. So typically everyone is in white. I was in white from the waist up just because I couldn't find my white. I think I need to buy more white yoga pants. I think I threw them out, but, or I thanked them for their service and they left. But I had on a white top and I had a little white kerchief over my head. So yeah, it was good to go to Kundalini Yoga. I haven't been at all this year, and today's the 15th of April. So I bought a pass. I used to have a monthly pass. I think I didn't get the monthly one. I got like 10 classes. So my plan is to go back on Thursday. I won't have Restorative Yoga Friday because it's Good Friday. And then next week I'll go, the plan is to go Monday and Thursday again. So doing acupuncture this week, Wednesday. So you guys will get me 3 days this week. Tomorrow when we go back to the cardiologist to see how that echocardiogram goes. And then Wednesday for acupuncture. So we'll see. I am also, the plan is to do a pregnancy test tomorrow. I don't know if you'll see it. Yeah, depending on the result. If you see a test tomorrow, it's probably negative because we're on delay. I'm not sure how far we're delayed now because I still have a lot of editing to do, but I've been taking care of myself. So I know that's most important now. YouTube will be here. You guys will be here. I know you want me to be successful. So yeah, the plan is to take a test tomorrow. I exercised this morning. I went out I did about an hour. I did 2 miles. So it was about 58 minutes or so. I did 2 miles of walking. Then I did the yoga. So I'm definitely like pushing, taking care of myself. I'm back on my intermittent fasting. I don't know if I've said that or not. It's over on the other channel, my weight loss so far. So weigh-in again is Wednesday of this week. You won't see that here. It'll be on the other channel. But I've lost 5 pounds already in week 1. So I'm excited to keep that up. All right, and then today I got my results back from the radiologist for my biopsy from the breast surgery. So it says I was seen for a complicated cyst that was 5 centimeters from the nipple at the request of the referring physician. There is no personal history of breast cancer. There is no family history of breast cancer. Ultrasound comparison to 3/25 2019. When did I go? I didn't go on 3/25. I guess they're comparing it to when I went on 3/25. Oh, they're comparing the ultrasound. So it says ultrasound performed prior to this procedure confirms no change in the status of the findings from the previous study. So they did an ultrasound, which led me to this biopsy, and then they did an ultrasound immediately before the procedure to make sure there was no change. Because I guess if there was cancer and it was rapidly growing, you would see like it would be larger than it was the week before. Although it was maybe 4 days later, so that would be really fast. I was anesthetized with lidocaine, position images of the mass, a ribbon ultra clip marker was placed in the right breast at the targeted mass in the 12 o'clock, 5 centimeters. I tolerated the procedure well, yeah. Oh, it doesn't even say. It just says biopsy results are pending. Concordance and results will follow. Impression, successful ultrasound guided core biopsy of the mass. Core biopsies were sent to pathology. And that was from Susan Goldfine. So this just came today, but I will tell you guys, she called me last week, and I don't think, that's why I thought these were the actual results. She called me last week and said that it was benign. So we're in the clear. I was hoping that was it so I could send that over to the RE. I did get a note from the RE, one of the nurse care manager in the portal that I now have at this new place. They got my physical results. They are waiting on the results from the biopsy. Or they said biopsy or second ultrasound. They were fine with. Dr. Ramirez wanted the biopsy. So they want that because or I guess I could just, yeah, anyway. They want that, and then they need a letter from Dr. Thornton, my general practitioner or GP, to clear me for fitness for pregnancy. So Dr. Thornton is not going to write that until I get the echocardiogram, which is happening tomorrow. So we're moving along slowly but surely. And of course, that all is pending that I am not pregnant or pregnant before the IVF, which would be in June, because now we're April 15th. So I would, if I'm not pregnant now, have another cycle, not pregnant that cycle, then in June we would move forward with IVF. So yeah, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about it tomorrow, but I am on day 31 of my cycle, which I've never had a cycle that long. Yeah. If you're seeing this, you already saw the other testing last week. And so I kind of explained, like, my luteal phase is normally 12 days. The longest it was ever was 15. I tested before 15, it was negative. So we'll see. Either AF is late. I definitely ovulated because I've been taking my temp. So there's just like a lot of data points. But my temperature dropped today. And my cervix dropped a little bit. It's still pretty high, but it dropped a little bit. So that usually is a sign that AF is coming, even though I'm on cycle day 31. So I was saying I would not, no matter what, I was going to test on the 16th, which is tomorrow, because the last cycle started on the 16th. And I was like, that's the longest. Like, I've never... that's not true. Once, but that was when I was sure I didn't ovulate, because again, I was temping. That was back in July of 2017. It was a really long cycle because, yeah, I didn't ovulate for whatever. Oh, when I was taking the melatonin. So this, I don't know. There was an early ovulation. let's not get into it. I'm not going to work myself up. I'm at peace with whatever's happening. We will test tomorrow and we will take it from there. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you are well. I hope you are practicing self-care in whatever way makes sense for you and whatever that means to you, being good to yourself. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Baby, that's to us all.